Hi class, let's take a look at example 4. In example 4, the graph is not a very common one, but you might have seen it. So let me just start by saying, let f of x is equal to 1 over 1 plus x squared. And the first aspect that you could recognize from this one is that it has y-axis symmetry. And this is because f of negative x, you're going to get, well, technically 1 over 1 plus negative x squared, or 1 over 1 plus x squared. We end up with the same function. Okay, now we still need to provide a sketch, so a couple of values, and because of the denominator, it's actually going to be reaching 0 on both directions. So get a couple of values. These are your x's. That's going to be your y, and technically x and y. So plug in a couple of points. We can start with 0, and at 0, you would actually find that the value is 1. So 0, 1 for the first value. And then plugging in 1, you're going to get that, well, y is equal to 1/2. And negative 1, y is also equal to 1/2. So 1 comma 1/2, and then negative 1 comma 1/2. So we're going to get these values about here. Okay, next, because of your denominator being larger, what this function is going to do is have the following actual effect. As it comes from the negatives, it's actually going to reach out here and then go in this direction. Not to scale, but this is technically the actual shape of it. And it's supposed to be symmetrical, so let me just put the dots. Okay, now what we're actually evaluating is the total area under the curve. So, or the integral from negative infinity to positive infinity. So technically, we're going to be shading this one all the way to the bottom. Okay, so let me start the problem here. So we technically have that the integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of dx over 1 plus x squared and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use symmetry, and I'm just going to say that this is going to be equivalent to 2 times the integral from 0 to infinity of dx over 1 plus x squared. And if we actually translate this to what it represents, this is equal to 2 times the actual limit as t approaches infinity of the integral from 0 to t of dx over 1 plus x squared. And if you recognize this one, you should remember that this one's going to be 2 times the actual limit as t approaches infinity, and the integral of 1 over technically 1 plus x squared, it's your tangent inverse. So I think this one's showed up a lot of times. So this is the tangent inverse of technically x, but we're going to be evaluating 0 to the values of t. Okay, so let me plug in the values and evaluate those last limits. So we're looking at this one being technically 2 times, and let me just put parentheses. Well, actually, this is still the limit as t approaches infinity of tangent inverse of t minus the tangent inverse of 0. Tangent inverse of 0 is 0. Let me just double check that I'm not thinking something else. So this one is 0. I'll show it on the sketch in a minute. Okay, so we end up with, in this case, this one just equal to the following. So this is equal to 2. So 2 times the actual limit as t approaches infinity of the tangent inverse of t. Okay, so let me provide a sketch for the tangent inverse. So in this case, we're looking at the following sketch. And your tangent inverse actually has the following sketch going in this direction. So it crosses the actual 0, 0, but then it has asymptotes here. Your asymptotes here are going to be the pi over 2 and the negative pi over 2. Okay, so this is technically f of t, which is equal to the tangent inverse so therefore the limit as tangent inverse approaches positive infinity, we're actually going to get that this is equivalent to 2 times, and the limit happens to be pi over 2. So technically the limit as t approaches positive infinity of tangent inverse is equal to pi over 2. Okay, so back where we left off, we're looking at our final answer being pi. Okay, so let me rewrite it as the actual integral, and this one was from negative infinity to positive infinity. So the actual integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of, and we had a dx over 1 plus x squared, ended up converging to pi. And in this case, they haven't mentioned units, but just in case if they did, we're talking about pi units squared.